Welcome, one and all, to your favorite podcast, the 101 Things Under the Sun podcast.
No one cares. Maybe they do. I don't today.
Clearly. I am BrownieBits, and as always, you know your favorite person on this podcast.
And grumpiest.
And grumpiest. Old Man Hoodrich. How are you, my friend?
Grumpy.
We can tell. Oh my gosh. So you've had an interesting week.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was on vacation.
Well, you acted like you were on vacation.
Yeah, I was on vacation. I partook in a very, I'd say, just a good, long-standing American tradition of just being drunk. Just being drunk on vacation. Accomplished very well.
Well, good.
I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Life, woe is me. Woe is me.
Yeah, and tomorrow is my second day of my my weekend. So.
Oh, you don't work tomorrow?
No, I do not.
Oh, so. Good. Mow the yard.
Okay. Well, it looks like I'm doing something tomorrow.
You gotta be useful.
Oh, we got something to do today, though.
And we're talking about traditions.
We are talking about traditions.
Just like Hank Williams. Family traditions.
Oh man,
that was a good one, eh?
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
I didn't know that.
And I couldn't let you do that because you probably would have called him Willie Nelson.
True. I probably would have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
All right, but guys, we're gonna talk to you this week about just weird traditions around the world. We came up with it because, you know, as all of you know, last week was the 4th of July, which entails numerous traditions, depending on where you grew up in the States, you know. So that's how we got this ball rolling, and we're like, hey, we're going to talk about some oddball traditions, and I'm going to start it off with one of my favorite unusual traditions, which is cheese rolling out in Gloucester, England? Gloucestershire? Something like that. Something like that in England. It's not an official thing. Every year it's like unofficially put on whatever, but hundreds and hundreds of people show up to the hill. People regularly take trips to the hospital during this event because it's a very steep hill. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing is that they line up on the top of the hill and throw a wheel of cheese down the hill. And they race to the bottom, and the first one down just wins the wheel of cheese. That's it. That's it. But people break legs, all kinds of shit. I definitely implore you. Ooh, big word there.
Yes.
Proud of myself.
I am too.
Asshole. But definitely check it out on YouTube. Some of these videos are ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And then they also have what I would want to do if I was there. They have a bunch of people standing at the bottom of the hill before a tree line in the back. That way, if somebody's still running, you just like body check the shit out of them before they like run into the tree line.
Wow.
So the guys at the bottom of the hill definitely take pride in their job because they will tackle the shit out of you even if you're slowing down. And like even if you're like almost stopped, they'll still fucking tackle the shit out of you. Like it is, sign some of these guys up for the NFL or rugby because they fucking lay people out.
Good. Mm-hmm. I'll have to definitely check some of those out because that sounds entertaining as hell.
Mm-hmm. I've definitely watched at least an hour in a row of just cheese rolling videos. Yeah. I had to suffer through a lot of related cheese rolling video content on YouTube for a while there.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
I bet. Well, at least it's not Baxter competing in this because he just poops in the refrigerator and then eats the whole wheel of cheese.
Who the fuck is Baxter?
From Anchorman? Come on, man.
Oh, okay. Godly.
We were quoting Anchorman.
I know. We didn't really quote Anchorman. We referenced Anchorman.
Yeah, true. We referenced. But.
Yeah, because it's not like we went around 60% of the time it works all the. We never know. We were just referencing scenes from that movie. Very, very weird scenes too. Like not.
Like the when he's running down the street and he's like, "Milk was a bad choice."
Yeah, like that's not like a very. It's like whoa, I don't remember that.
Oh man.
So I guess that's another tradition. Weird movie references and quotes
Yeah.
between just people in general. That's an American thing.
I'm sure it probably is. Though I'm sure other people do it around the world, but I know a lot of Americans do it just randomly. Well, I do have one, and I've actually got some different cases of this around the world. So there's some different like pieces to this. So here in America, we when we're children, or the children, when we lose our baby teeth, we put the teeth under the pillow for the tooth fairy. Did you know the tooth fairy is mainly an American thing?
Like the Rock movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly like the Rock movie. Well, we have some interesting stuff. In Greece, children will throw their teeth onto the roof for good luck, and then they make a wish that their adult teeth will be healthy and strong.
Pretty sure that's not what the musical's about. I couldn't resist.
Nope.
I as soon as you said in Greece, I was like, I'll let him finish. I don't want to interrupt him, but I had to throw that out there.
Greece with a C, not an S.
Okay, so you still have a misspelling in there, but we'll move on.
And an A, whatever. Fuck off.
There you go.
Fuck off.
Old Man Hoodrich's English lesson.
There's some other interesting ones. Going back to England, kids put their tooth under their pillow and wait for the tooth fairy to come and leave money. So it's obviously in England as well. And then in France, French children put their teeth under the pillows, and then at night a mouse will take their tooth away and leave a gift.
Fucking French. Ratatouille my ass.
Oh man. And then same in El Salvador, only a rabbit comes to take their teeth.
I thought you were going to say a drug cartel.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that's the main source of the rabbits. So,
The rabbits probably have cocaine on their back.
probably
Just a pit stop there.
yeah, exactly. It's a little grab a tooth for the side project for the rabbits.
Because they grab the teeth and then they just ship the fake teeth with cocaine in them
There you go.
over the border. Man, I ought to be a smuggler. For those authorities listening, that is not an actual statement.
It is not an actual statement, as he's shaking his head.
Jeez. Just ratting me out over here.
Oh man, I do have one more. So in Egypt, this is an interesting tradition. Egyptian children wrap their teeth in a tissue and take it outside.
Mummified teeth.
Yes, they throw their teeth at the sun, asking the sun to take their buffalo tooth and give
Their
them
buffalo?
children's teeth, baby teeth.
I've never heard them called buffalo teeth before.
This is probably what they refer
Oh,
to it as.
that's fine. Yeah, they don't.
And then give them a bride's tooth. So, it's similar to most children in the Middle Eastern countries who throw their teeth at the sun, hoping that it will give them back a tooth to make their smile brighter.
Gotcha.
So,
If somebody hits the sun, sign them up. Sign them up to the pros.
yeah, exactly.
They could take Tebow's spot on the Mets.
But Tebow's having a great time.
I was going to say, the Mets need somebody.
They do need somebody.
They need somebody and everybody all at the same time.
Exactly.
All right, my next weird tradition. So, on Easter Monday in the Czech Republic, men go door to door with, I don't even know what that word means, gaily. I don't know, just ornately decorated. It says gaily decorated, and in parentheses, ornately. I was like, well, okay, I'm pretty, well, whatever. Braided wooden switches. And then the men lightly smack women on the ass with them. with the hopes of like making them more fertile. Can you imagine that, somebody just coming up and knocking on your door if you're a lady, and then just smacking your ass with this little like switch thing? Like, I'm just picturing like a little flogger thing. Oh, you're gonna have babies now. That's fucking weird as shit, man.
I'm pretty sure one of the NFL players got in trouble for doing that to his child. The switch. I don't remember who it was, but there was one. It was a whole...
Like he whipped his kid?
Yeah, whipped his kid with the switch.
No, I don't know. I never heard that.
I'm pretty sure. Tell me if I'm wrong.
What are we talking about Ray Lewis or something here?
Was it Ray Lewis who did that?
No.
Ray Lewis was the...
He murdered somebody in an elevator. Oh, no, that was Ray Rice, hit his wife. Ray Lewis just murdered people. That's right.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But, yeah. But that's an interesting tradition.
Easter Monday, man. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh.
I sure as hell don't. I don't live in the Czech Republic.
I don't either. That's... Huh. In South Korea, they avoid using red ink.
Ooh, I think I know this one.
Yeah.
This is a random sidebar. I actually knew this. What the hell? Last year there was a weird thing on how in World War II, what you're gonna say played a part in how we handled intelligence. Apparently, we wrote notes in red ink, and then I'll let you finish, and it'll fill the listeners in at the same time.
Yeah. So, red ink, well, and based on their history and customs, red ink was used to write down names of dead people, and so it is therefore taboo to write someone's name in red over there. So, I mean, that, obviously
because what we would do, like if we were writing letters or something, you'd put a cover letter in red, so then they won't open it because they don't want to read more red stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking genius.
Yeah, that is very, very smart.
Because it's like World War II when we were trying to infiltrate the Japanese in the Korean Peninsula. And then I don't know if it carried over into the Korean War, but
I'm sure it probably did.
Because it was some kind of weird intelligence gathering thing that I was watching.
And I know it says South Korea. I'm almost positive North Korea would do the same, though. So, because they were...
We just don't know because nobody can be in there.
Yeah, exactly. So, hopefully that changes. But we don't know. But I thought that's an interesting... Not necessarily like tradition that's like happens once a year, but that's a tradition that they keep going, so they avoid that red ink. So, pretty interesting.
I've got two. One because I just scrolled past it. Apparently, the origin has been almost pinpointed of applauding when a plane lands to Poland. Fuck those people. They are the worst goddamn people on an airplane. Right after the people that are just miserable and yell at people and berate them on an airplane.
So basically,
for no fucking reason.
Like you on the front porch. For parking in your yard.
I've never berated anybody. I have hollered at one person. And that one person was you.
Yes, it was.
So, yeah.
We have a wonderful relationship, people.
But yeah, the real one that I'm going to say is in Turkey, there's a tradition of camel wrestling. Yes, sir.
Wait, camel or camo?
Camel.
Camel, like the animal. Okay, now I'm on the same
Like the
page.
one hump, two hump.
Yeah.
But it's like cockfighting, but with camels.
Interesting.
So
that's a big pit to have the fighting.
yeah, because like this whole thing here says, well, there are no injuries that afflict the animals. Well, they're fighting, of course they're going to get injured. What the fuck kind of article is this?
Jesus.
Yeah, so like they just anger the camels, and then the camels like fight each other. So like they basically force, like if you had two lions fighting, they just force that into happening with the camels. So I know where I'm losing my next round of money.
Yeah, right?
I'm going to
Jeez.
Turkey. I don't have a betting problem, folks. Not at all. Not at all. $20 on the one with 2 humps. My humps, my humps, my lovely camel humps.
You said earlier when you're like, camels, like the 1 hump, 2 hump, I wanted to say red hump, blue hump. Oh man. Well, I got we're heading over to Thailand now. It's called the Monkey Buffet Festival. Some people might be surprised to be looking at some monkeys atop a buffet table, feasting on the dishes. But this annual festivity, over 3,000 kilograms of fruits and vegetables are fed to several monkeys that dwell in Bangkok. So they literally have a buffet table for monkeys for these fruits and vegetables. And they just have monkeys feeding on this for this festival. So it's they don't eat the monkeys. The monkeys eat the vegetables and fruit. So
Yeah, because like the monkeys are like at the head of the table.
yeah.
They should eat monkey heads like in Indiana Jones.
Well, I wouldn't want to do that, but interesting stuff.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce this word. Bayanihan in the Philippines. That's the name of the tradition.
Okay.
Totally didn't say it right though.
Sorry if we butcher anything.
I don't apologize for that. People expect it.
Yeah, true.
Basically the tradition involves the practice of moving one's entire home to a new location. So villagers will gather, come together, pick up a house, carry it over a long distance, and just put it there. So it also happens in the before the wet season. So it's kind of like survival.
Yeah.
But why the fuck would you live where there's gonna be a fucking? Because it's like to prevent them losing their home in a mudslide.
Well, I guess you could always say, why would you live somewhere where there's hurricanes?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you live somewhere where there's tsunamis? Why would you live somewhere where there's tornadoes?
The little tagline says, "This tradition is probably as close as we'll ever get to being snails, carrying houses on their backs."
Oh, that's great.
And in the very last sentence in this article, there was like a little paragraph closing it out, explaining, but people do weird shit. And then the last sentence, or they may just have had a little bit too much to drink. I love this article.
That's great. That is great. Oh man. Let's head over to Spain.
Run of the Bulls. That happened this week.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Well, I've got a different tradition.
But I figured.
Running of the Bulls
I figured.
is an interesting one.
One of my friends did it
Scary
this
as
year.
hell. Oh, did he really?
Mm-hmm. She made it out alive.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's good.
Super jealous. I want to do it.
You gotta be able to run fast, though.
I don't give a shit. As long as I'm faster than the person behind me.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. I'll bring a hammer and just hit him in the knee before we start.
Okay, so I'm not doing the running of bulls with you because I know you'd come after me to hit my knee.
Hey, if you're faster than me, I'll come after you. Simple as that. So if you're an Ethiopian guy running of the bulls, you better be looking out because those guys are fast.
Look out for old Man Hoodrich.
Because those Ethiopians can run long distances, man.
Yeah,
and quite quick.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, so it's tomato craze in Spain. It's the biggest tomato fight that exists. It's a strange culture among the Valencians in Bunal, where tomatoes are used as weapons. Snowball fights are so last year is what this little paragraph ends with. But yeah, so they just basically throw tomatoes at each other in Spain.
But yeah, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool. I've got. I'm gonna rattle off a few good old American traditions.
Okay.
One comes from the popcorn capital of the world, the home of Orville Redenbacher, Brazil, Indiana. Is it Brazil? I think it's Brazil.
Uh,
No, Peru, whatever. It's in Indiana, home of Orville Redenbacher. Every year they have like they have two like big festivals every year. The first one of the year is like in the spring, so right before you start planting everything, and they pick Miss Corn to like do
Yeah.
whatever. And then at the second one, it's the Miss Popcorn competition because they spend all summer getting hotter, quote
oh my
unquote.
God.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh my
Because like,
God.
basically, it's like anybody can enter, but it started off as like a bunch of people doing a weight loss thing.
Good for them.
Because it was just like a gag at first, but it kind of picked up steam. I don't know if they still do it, but I was like, hey, well, good for them.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like they do a Mr. Corn and then a Mrs. Corn and a Mr. Popcorn and a Mrs. Popcorn.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Oh yeah, and then like down here, Florida tradition, the mullet toss.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, mullet is a type of fish down here in Florida, and every year on the Florida-Alabama line, Floribama, there's like a huge bar, and it's in both states. And then because they're right on the beach, they draw a line in the sand where the border is, and then they start there, and it's like egg toss, but with mullets. I'm pretty sure it's either that or they throw for distance. They probably do both.
Yeah. That'll still be interesting to go to.
Probably like 6-7 hour drive.
One interesting religion that I think I will in or not religion, interesting tradition. And this is not just because it says that it's a Muslim thing, but I know that this is kind of a regional thing. Like in India, I know some of the Hindus do this too. And anyways, but it's the blackening and henna weddings. You know what henna is, right?
Mm-mm.
So basically, it's a form of temporary tattoo. It's kind of like when you see the people with the like brown, like very ornate marks on their arms and hands and stuff. That's henna, and it eventually will wash out. But it's a long-lasting temporary tattoo.
So a little longer lasting than if I just slap you on the chest.
Yeah, basically, yes. But in Islam, where women from the bride's family surround her and paint designs on her feet, arms, hands to symbolize womanhood, provide fertility and luck to the woman. This happens 2 days before the wedding, and it's like tattoos, but just not permanent, like we were saying. And I know I don't know exactly the reasoning for like the Hindu religion to do this, but I know they do that for weddings. It very well could be just as a way of dress. But I do have a friend who is Hindu in religion, and she's posted pictures, and it's very, very beautiful, very ornate designs. Very interesting, very cool. For the henna tattoos, but that's always something I found kind of very interesting.
I've got one more, and then do we want to roll into dad jokes and some riddles?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
My last one, I don't know, it's like Eastern European, maybe Russian. These weird motherfuckers. It's like a competition where I'd like to describe it as part Tough Mudder, and part endurance race. Well, Tough Mudder's an endurance race, but in this thing, you run through in like an obstacle course of weird shit while you're carrying your wife on your back.
But she's like upside down, right? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know how they do it, but like it's all a whole bunch of newlyweds, and they run through this course. Like one of them is like a just like a trench filled with water, and this isn't just like ankle deep water. It's like chest high water that you are slogging through with your wife on your back, and then you have to get out and run some more. It seems grueling.
It does seem grueling, but
yeah, those crazy Eastern Europeaners, man.
very interesting.
That might be why I'm so crazy. I got a little bit of Polish and Romanian blood in me.
Yeah, that's definitely probably why. So, but well, I think it's time to get some laughs in.
I've been laughing the whole show.
Well, some laughs and some face palms, because this is
I'll palm you in the face.
you
Free of
always-
charge.
Free of charge. Wow.
Free of charge. I'll massage your face with my open hand.
Open hand.
Open hand.
Well, do you want to start off?
Yes.
Because my for some reason my internet's not loading.
So there's a fine line between a numerator and a denominator. Only a fraction of the people will understand that joke.
That's beautiful. Come on, you can do it. Here we go.
Sorry, I'm reading my next joke.
Why is milk the fastest thing ever?
I don't know.
Because it's past your eyes before you see it.
See what you did there. Justice is a dish best served cold, because if it were served warm, it'd be just water. That was a thinker. I saw the progression in your face.
That was a thinker. Well, I for one like Roman numerals. I for one.
Oh. I was distracted. I was distracted. I had to find my joke here for this one because you brought it up. The doctor told me to get into a bathtub full of milk to soothe my sunburn. I asked him, pasteurize? He said, no, just up to your neck.
That's a good one.
I found that earlier today, and I had to refine where I got it from.
Oh man. So what's your shortest birthday?
I don't know.
Your 22nd birthday, because it's only 20 seconds.
Yeah, I picked up on that. I'm still not a fan.
I liked it.
Well, obviously. So, I'm kind of scrawny, so I had to quit my job as a personal trainer. I gave him my 2-week notice. Also, the language there is TOO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My lab partner invented a device that will steal other people's ideas, then delete it from their memory. Why didn't I think of that?
Oh, man. So, Ethel caught me cross-dressing.
Oh, God.
So I packed her things and left.
Hashtag divorce Ethel. Oh, man.
When that happens, I'm going to take all her stuff.
So, a salesman told me I should consider buying a coffin. I said, that's the last thing I need.
My girlfriend wants me to choose between her and my career as a reporter. Well, I've got some good news for her.
Oh, man. Son, Mom, what is a swordfish? Mom, you've never seen a swordfish? Dad, don't be silly. Swords can't fish.
At a recent job interview, I was asked about my background. I whipped out my phone and showed him that it was a picture of my dog eating spaghetti.
Oh, that's good. I feel like my friend really changed when she became a vegetarian. It's like I've never seen her... It's not like I've never seen herbivore.
Gotcha. That'd have been a lot better if you didn't fuck it up. Because as soon as you did the double take, I was like, he's going to say herbivore.
I went to say it and then I fucked it.
You butchered
I butchered the punchline. I'm sorry, people.
Where did Noah keep the bees?
God.
In the archives.
What kind of pants does Mario wear?
I don't know.
Denim.
Did you hear about the limo driver who was in business for 25 years without a single customer?
No.
All that time and nothing to show for it.
God damn it. Who decided to name it a sperm whale? A group of seamen.
That's what she said. My neighbor came at me really aggressively, asking if I knew anything about her underwear disappearing from her clothesline. I can tell you she nearly shit her pants.
Oh, man. Why couldn't the dog move anymore?
I don't know.
Because she was stuck on pause.
So, I got a little bit of a riddle for you, maybe. What's green and smells like pork?
Oh, God, what?
Kermit's finger.
God! Miss Piggy! What's the difference between a male and a female?
I don't know.
There's a vast difference.
That's
a thinker. This joke is terrible at first glance.
My girlfriend says I have commitment issues. Well, technically she's my wife.
Okay. Yeah, that took me a minute. My friend told me about the Raven. It was in potaste.
Oh. What did the saggy boob say to the other saggy boob?
God, what?
If we don't get some support, people will think we're nuts.
I like that one. My wife and I were having sexual intercourse in the back of her car.
Good for you.
Thank you. A policeman showed up and knocked on the glass and said, "What on earth is this?" "It's called a window," I replied. Would have thought that was clear.
A man is asked to go to the store by his wife. She tells him, "Buy me a gallon of milk, and if they have avocados, get me 6. When the man returns from the store, the wife asks him, "Why did you get 6 gallons of milk?" He replies, "They had avocados."
Well, there you go. What do you call a Mexican midget?
An essay, because it's too short.
No, you call him a paragraph, because he's too short to be an essay.
God damn it. I know, I fucked that up. Yes, I knew exactly where it was going. Circumcision is barbaric and cruel. I didn't speak to my parents for a year after I was circumcised.
That's a good one. My father was complaining about his poor knees. My mother replied, "What about your nephews?"
Why do the Irish only put 239 beans in their soup?
Why?
Because one more bean and it would have been too farty.
I like that one. To be honest, I think everyone should use kilograms. A system of 10 weighs more sense.
I don't like that one.
You don't? Oh.
It's good, but I don't like it. Did you hear about the guy who died during a penis transplant? He will be remembered. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about the Mexican fireman whose wife had twins?
No.
He named one Jose and the other Jose.
God damn it. That's so good. I hear voices telling me to do things I don't want to do. take out the trash, do the dishes, clean the litter box. Why did I get married?
Cashier, would you like that milk in a bag? No, you can just leave it in the carton.
Did you hear about the Italian chef who died?
No.
He passed away. Doctors can only do so much.
Oh my gosh. Did you know that beer makes you smarter?
I'd be the smartest man alive.
It made Bud wiser.
All right, so I got one or two more. What did the blanket say as it was falling off the bed?
What?
Oh, shit!
I hate jokes about German sausage. They're the worst.
This one should hit home for you.
Oh God, here we go.
I used to hate facial hair. Then it grew on me.
It doesn't grow on me.
That's why it hits home.
It hits home. All right, well, I got one more. Where does Spit go to buy a wedding ring?
I don't know.
To the drooler.
Okay. For a second there when you were reading it, I thought you said spick, and I was like, whoa, this got real racist.
Oh, spit.
Okay.
With the T.
Well, yeah, once you said the rest of the joke, I was like, okay. Okay.
All right, so you ready to get angry?
I'm always angry.
More angry?
I'll kill you, bitch.
Exactly. All right. So how about some brain busters?
Okay.
I am full of wisdom. Oh my God. Let me start over.
You already are not full of wisdom.
No. I am full of wisdom and knowledge. I get what you want in the blink of an eye. I am known to man as full of endless wisdom. What am I?
You're going to have to repeat that and go a little slower.
I am full of wisdom and knowledge. I get what you want in the blink of an eye. I am known to man as full of endless wisdom. What am I?
A book?
That could be, but it's not the exact answer.
That
but that would
everything.
Yeah, that would work. I give you points for that.
So I'm on the right track then.
You are most definitely on the right track.
So it's like is it like encyclopedia?
No. It's,
the internet. It knows all.
You're like burning hot, but not exactly correct.
Wikipedia.
You went the other direction. You went with something on the internet, whereas you should have gone the other direction.
Something that's not on the internet.
Yes.
I'm not on the internet. Am I the answer?
Yes.
Yes!
Computer. Because it's connected to the internet. So the internet and book, both you win. Those are definite answers. I think the computer is the less of it. The lesser. But, I mean, it still works. So. I twist and turn and leaves a loop. What am I?
You twist and turn and you leave a loop.
Yes.
Now, I go two directions. Does this thing like leave an actual motion loop? Or does it just like on a roller coaster, just like leave and fall off mid loop-de-loop?
It's an actual loop. So, roller coaster would be wrong.
Okay. A twist and turn and leave a loop. I don't know where to begin to unpack this. I don't know.
Shoelace. When you tie a shoelace, you leave a loop. And it as it winds through the shoe, it
That was
twists and
the
turns.
third way I could have gone with it.
I can do one more.
I don't know if I can.
As strong as love, but more dangerous than cancer. What am I?
You're as strong as love, but more dangerous than cancer. Iron. Because
True.
if you have an iron deficiency, you die.
Yeah, true.
And it's way quicker than cancer.
Very true. Not what I was going, or not what they were going for, but true.
Okay, so
I think you get points for that.
that was pretty quick too.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
Let's see. Can you read it again?
As strong as love, but more dangerous than cancer. What am I?
Whoa, I don't know what's as strong as love. If you ask the right woman, it could be chocolate.
That would be Ethel's answer.
God, I don't even know.
It's another feeling. As strong as love, but more dangerous than cancer.
Hunger?
No. Hate.
That's stupid. That's plain and simple. It's stupid.
I think it hits.
Do better.
That was a good one.
Do better.
Do you want me to go find one more? I'll find one.
No, we need to visit our good friend from St. Louis.
Ah, so you want a Shannonism?
Yes, before I strangle you, we need to end the show.
The Dodgers are ahead by 5 runs, or 3 runs, or in between there somewhere.
3.5 runs, I'm guessing.
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he struggles sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Just like we struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Except we kind of make sense.
Yeah, true.
We just can't pronunciate words correctly.
Very true. Oh, well. Do you have a social media craze for us this week?
Nah, nothing really happened that I found. I found stuff that's
But-
just not worthy of airtime.
Understandable. Well, I think I've got all that I can handle of this week.
Good. Good.
I had to prepare for my second day off.
Go fuck yourself. I was,
Hey, you had 4 or 5. You had 5 days off. I don't want to hear it.
I took a vacation day, though. Took one vacation day.
True. But still.
I'll still stab you.
Hope everyone continues, or still has all their fingers from the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm thinking about making a shiv at the end of my broom, and I'll stab you with that.
See,
Yeah.
I'm wishing the best for people here, and you're just threatening to kill me. I think that's what people tune in for. So,
I could do that.
oh my gosh. All right. Well, now I got to go hide.
What if I stick the little vacuum tube from the vacuum just down your throat? I don't know what that'll do. That might be painful.
Probably. God damn. Yeah, I'm gonna go hide in my room now. This is a hostile work environment.
Pshaw.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in this week.
Remember, guys, a beer and a shot. It's a Boilermaker. Old man out.
I love that exit. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week.